We are starting the webinar now. My name is Aditi Rastogi. I represent Path Infotech and I'll be moderating the webinar today. I would like to thank all of you for joining us. I hope you are staying safe at home, taking care of yourself and your loved ones. We all know that the theme of this webinar is transforming customer service with Internet of Things, that is IoT. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. Your lines will remain muted during this session. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the question box in your control panel. The question answer round will be at the end of this session and we'll address your queries at that time. This session is being recorded. The link would be shared with all of you post webinar. Hi Rahul, we have Rahul with us, who's a sales head, Savatium CRM at Path Infotech. Hi Rahul, how are you?
I'm doing good, Aditi. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Great, Rahul. Thank you for joining in. Now, without any further ado, I would request you to take the lead from here to present this webinar. Over to you.
Thank you, Aditi. Hi, everyone. A very good morning to all of you. What we are trying and talk about on the IoT piece today, and that will be covering in detail today. The objective of this webinar is to understand the evolving needs of customer service and how we can adopt innovative solutions towards delivering IoT-enabled quality products. I'm sure most of you would be very much excited to understand the implication of IoT in the customer service. So that is what we are going to cover. The agenda of this webinar today is to explain what is the Internet of Things, how IoT is contributing to businesses, the future of IoT and smart appliances, enhance customer service and experience through IoT, application data visibility to users, and then we'll be covering on the offerings of Savatium IoT platform, which is a ready platform for IoT that we'll be covering in detail. So to begin with, let's understand what do most successful brands have in common. And I'm sure most of you will agree to this. If we try and explore about their success stories, we would realize that these companies have mastered the fine art of offering a great customer service. In fact, many of these companies have reinvented their customer service models. They embrace a progressive use of technology to deliver innovative service models. They also build cultures and centers on servicing the customers. As a result, many of these companies became very well known for their services they provide rather than the product they make. With IoT now becoming a reality, there is a new chapter ahead in terms of how companies will deliver services to their customers. In the IoT era, just like products are evolving to become smart products, here you can see so many smart products, and I'm sure most of you people have already started using smart devices. I think customer needs are also evolving so that you offer a smart service model also. The real value in IoT is not just connecting devices to their users, but also to deliver an integrated management platform driven by big data to centralize and automate customer service. There was a time when all customer service interaction was happening over the telephone calls. The model eventually scaled up to create modern day call centers, and we see so many call centers, so many calls getting registered on the call center. So that is, of course, the primary way of registering a complaint, or rather, I would say, a service channel. But then came the web, so where your contact center they were working on the web platform as well, and then came the mobile app. But now, when the era of IoT, I would say the real value came into the picture, and then you see entirely new parameter, a new gamut of operations which can be held because of IoT. So the big question here is, what is the Internet of Things? I would say Internet of Things is a very simple concept. It means taking all the things in the world and connecting them to the internet. When things get connected with the internet, they can send or receive information, or they can do both. Now, this competency is to send or receive information, make things smarter and life easier. So let's understand in a very simple way how IoT works. Of course, our speakers will be talking more in detail here, but just in a very layman language, I would like to explain this to you. So once you have a product which have got device sensors, So products have hardware-like sensors which help to collect their data. This data is transmitted to the cloud by way of the sensors, either through SIM or a Wi-Fi, and then this data is published to a platform. Now, this can be a mobile app or a website, subject to the authorization. So that's a standard way of the entire IoT works, and because of which we tend to generate a lot of benefits. And if I have to list down some of the business benefits one gets from the IoT ecosystem, so the first being IoT offers enhanced customer service. With the help of IoT, customers can feel more connected with the brand. There is a mechanism behind the technology which helps to record the customer device data in real time and makes brand aware of their customer needs. Interactive engagement is the other area which IoT covers. IoT enables data analytics to interact in a real time with your customers by tracking location, gather device information such as commands, events, error codes, and it captures data and timing and many more. It also offers some of the advanced functionalities for a great customer experience, be it your Wi-Fi Direct or a geofencing. But this is a piece that we will be able to cover in the coming webinars. So we'll be talking on the advanced functionalities in the upcoming webinars. Before we move ahead, just a quick poll here. And Aditya, I would need your support to run the poll for the audience.
Sure, Rahul.
So I would request the audience to spare a minute here to respond on the poll before we move ahead. Thank you all for your response on the poll, and I can see here that most of the organizations have already started to work on the IoT piece, or they are already building the IoT ecosystem here. Yeah, so today we are going to talk about how companies can deliver exceptional customer service while they build an IoT ecosystem. And to talk more on this, let me introduce to you our guest speakers for today. We have Mr. Nikhil Maheshwari, Associate Vice President, Research and Development for Somani Home Innovations Limited. Hi, Mr. Maheshwari. Thank you for joining in. How are you, sir?
Hi, Rahul. Rahul, I'm good, and very good morning to you as well as all the listeners.
Thank you. Nikhil is an accomplished R&D professional with over 18 years of rich experience in consumer durable industry in India as well as other countries. He has been involved in 30 plus patents in appliances industry. He has been recognized for his innovative thinking from consumer insights and then converting real life consumer pain points to practical solutions. He is leading the IoT initiatives at Hindware Appliances, which has resulted in some breakthrough product solutions. We also have with us Mr. Amit Chauhan, Assistant Vice President, Product Development and Innovation at Aadhan Limited. Hi, Amit. Thank you for joining in. How are you?
I'm good, Rahul. Thank you very much, and good morning to all. I hope all of you are healthy and safe with your family in this difficult time.
Great. Thank you. Amit is a very seasoned IT professional with over 18 years of rich experience in customer service domain. He is customer-focused leader with cross-functional experience across the service industry, expertise in strategic planning, streamlining service processes, identifying, defining improvement areas for enhancing customer experience, increasing customer satisfaction, and optimizing the customer life cycle. So you can see the entire experience is around customer service domain. He's also skillful in mentoring and motivating teams to drive efficiencies for delivering quality service to customers. So here both Nikhil and Amit have been working very, very closely to create a highly efficient and robust IoT ecosystem for Hindware Appliances. Therefore, it's my privilege today to welcome both the speakers today on this platform. So without any further delay, I would request Amit to take the lead from here. Over to you, Amit. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Once again, thank you very much. Thanks for a wonderful introduction. So, hi everybody. So let me share a bit of my experience of working on project engagement to IoT-based software development. So what have been doing for the last 5-7 years from my last 19 years in software industry, and just to share all of it being with the path. So in project based engagement, most often we work to meet the stated requirement of today and leave very limited scope for future requirement. But product development is differently altogether game. Here innovation, time to market, ability to see the future, sometimes even define the future, and cost efficiency are some of the key elements that need to be managed. So as we started work with Nithil on IoT over the years, our work is quite different from what other people work on IoT. So our purpose was not just to replace the remote in the hands of the people, but its purpose was to simplify the products used in their daily lives through IoT. So while working on IoT project, we used to hear some new words like PC, modules, sensors, and firmware every day. And after hearing all of this thing for a few days, I felt like we are working in another world or another world. And Nikhil, you imagined a lot of such things at that time. And I would like to say that you gave many reasons to us to think like that. And at that time, it seemed very hypothetical. But finally, we went through all those challenges and product with IoT successfully launched. It seems like a dream comes true. I'm glad we achieved some success together, lot of learnings, and I'm happy to be here with Nikhil today. So Nikhil, as you have been deeply involved in R&D for a larger part of your career, so I would like to know your experience on the evolution of IoT appliances in India. So it will be good if you can throw some light on IoT and smart appliances market in India and what you think is the potential in the coming time. Thank you.
Thanks, Amit. I think that was a wonderful introduction from both of you, both you and as well as Rahul. So Rahul already covered a lot about the IoT, that what exactly is IoT and how IoT is bringing change into the appliances. So I'll not talk much about it. So let's talk about how do we see IoT going from here. You know, we all know that IoT is the main buzzword in the technological industry, and everybody see IoT as a technology which can digitize as well as disrupt the traditional way of doing businesses. Riding on the same, we expect that the global market of IoT, here I'm only referring to the smart home and smart appliances. I'm not talking about the entire IoT, which will be much huge. But only for the smart home market, we expect the global market in next 3 years will be around $54 billion. And within India only, in next 3 years, the market size will be $6 billion, and the smart appliances will be contributing almost 40% of this market. So this is the expectation we have with IoT. Already, if you see the products like smart TV, smart bulbs, smart speakers, we are already touching the consumers. Even some of us are also using. So smart appliances have the adoption of smart appliances have started in the India among the consumers. I'd like to share some of the use cases which have already come up. There is a company which have uh, launched a smart laundry system. They have put their smart laundry into the IIT Delhi, where the the hosted people, they can just book a laundry time, and then they can go there, they can scan a QR code, use the laundry. As soon as the laundry is done, they receive a message on their phone that the laundry is completed. So this kind of use cases are coming up. Amazon has recently come up with a smart microwave. We all have been using microwave for many years, but even most of the consumers don't know how to set a preheat, how to set a combi mode in a microwave. Amazon has just made it very simple. You have to just ask Alexa, please set the microwave to a combi mode, and the microwave runs to that mode. Very recent example is Honda City. There's a first connected cars launch, and you can track what is the tire pressure, what is the battery life on your phone. Not only this, there are almost more than 50 attributes which are being tracked with the help of sensors, and we can tell you when is the exact time to service your vehicle. So these kind of use cases are coming up in the smart appliances and connected cars, which is driving the adoptability of IoT among the Indian consumers. And I think going forward, many much these such kind of use cases will come, which will help in achieving the market which has been projected for the smart appliances.
Thank you, Nikhil. You just shared some very good example of the use cases like Amazon and Honda Cars and Smart Laundry Institute. So I hope we get to hear similar use case in Hindware appliances in this webinar as well.
Yeah, surely. Amit, I'm sure Nikhil will be able to share some use cases here. It is time for another poll here. I would request to spare a minute and would request Aditi to run the poll again.
Sure, Rahul.
I would request the audience to take a minute and respond to this poll. Thank you all for your response on the poll here. Over to you, Amit.
Okay. Hi, Nikhil. So I just want to know, you tell us about your journey of Hindware appliances in building smart connected products, means smart products, IoT based products, which are bringing positive changes in the lives of the customer.
I think Amit, the Path Infotech is the one company which knows the maximum about our IoT initiative, because we have been partnering with you for developing our smart appliances. So we started the journey at Hindware Appliances almost 2 years back, and I would be very frank in saying this, that we also started IoT more from an excitement perspective. But as we entered into the IoT, we understand the potential of the IoT. In the current situation, this is the most strategic initiative for us at Hindware Appliances. During the last 2 years, we have launched product in 3 categories: water purifier, kitchen chimney, as well as water heater, the smart appliances. And we are the first one to do so in case of water purifier as well as kitchen chimney. And going forward, we have an endeavor that the Hindware appliances should be among the leaders in the range of smart appliances that we are going to offer to our consumers. And building on that, we will be launching smart appliances in many more categories in the months to come. Amit, I would like to bring one important thing to all the listeners, that we every time we talk about the smart appliances, but more than smart appliances, there is one thing which is even more important, is the smart ecosystem. A ecosystem which is powering your smart appliances. So what I would like to take a minute here to explain what ecosystem actually we are talking about. So in ecosystem, we have the advanced products, the products which have many sensors built inside them. Then we have an IoT server which is extracting data from these advanced products, and then with the help of analytics as well as algorithms, is processing the data. Then we are connected to our consumers through a mobile app or voice. And then this IoT server is also integrated with internal as well as external systems. So this is what our integrated IoT ecosystem we are trying to develop in Hindware appliances. Now here I would like to talk about two things. One is the health data, second the system integration. Now these are the two vital things which are important and required for developing a successful IoT solutions. And unfortunately, in most of the appliances, which are smart appliances, which are currently available in our country, these two things are missing. And it will be going forward, this will become a bottleneck for them to develop better use cases. Let's talk about health data first. Health data is the data which we are extracting from the devices, which is being generated with the help of the sensors built inside them, which is giving us the exact state of a product which is running in the field. We can take an example of water purifier. We can check what is the input TDS, what is the output TDS, how much is the running of the pump, how much is the flow rate of the membranes. So like this, these are the vital information that define the health of your product. So this data has to be taken at a regular interval from the machine, and then with the help of analytics, there are many analytical tools which are available now, and basis those analysis, we have to make algorithms. Utilizing this, we can make many use cases for the consumers, which can help in bringing new features into the product, as well as it will help in giving a better service to our consumers. Now, the second thing which I would like to talk here is the system integration. IoT cannot work in a standalone function. IoT must integrate with your internal system as well as external system. I can very easily say that in India, probably we are the only company, I'm making this statement to the best of my knowledge, which have 100% IoT and the CRM integrated solution. What is the benefit of this? Suppose a sensor in my product detects a problem in the machine, then it will trigger a call in my service CRM system. So a call is registered that this particular product in this particular location have this kind of problem. The information will flow automatically to my local service center, which will go to the customer place and resolve the problem. Now here, the even before consumer, the information will be available with the local customer, local service center. While the local service center person will be going there, he will be aware about the location, the product, he will be aware about the solution. So okay, he can fix everything on the one time. So this is one of the example what I'm talking about, the integrated system. So like this, we can integrate many internal external systems into our IoT, giving better and better features to our consumers. So that's why things we have to think for the ecosystem as a whole. And going forward, smart appliances will not be compete against smart appliances. It will be the ecosystem. It will be your ecosystem versus the ecosystem of others that will be competing against each other. In Hindware, we launched our smart appliances last year. In a span of 1 year, we have more than 40,000 new users who have downloaded our app in last 1 year. On every single day, 200 new users join our ecosystem. Now assume a situation. Hindware is a 6-decade-old company, and we have more than 30 crore consumers in India. Even if through our smart initiative or smart ecosystem, we are able to connect 20% of these consumer base of Hindware, look at the power of this ecosystem and look at the features we can bring for our consumers through this ecosystem. So that is what I suggest all the listeners should also think IoT from a perspective of ecosystem.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nikhil. You very wonderfully explained the building an integrated IoT system. What is actually the IoT ecosystem? Not in only IoT. It should have complete IoT ecosystem. I'm glad that the health data you mentioned is generating value to your system, your organization, and for the customer is also getting information about important health parameters of their smart product that they are using. Now that you have built a highly integrable system, so now you can extend the platform, as you said, with multiple internal and external systems. So there is unlimited possibilities. So you can connect this information data with any of your other system very easily. It could be related to service or sales or quality control or R&D. So it can be put to great use at these places. So Nikhil, thank you. So I just want to know, how much do you think is the acceptance of IoT among us, your customers? Are customers able to understand this, or is this just the beginning and will take a little more time to learn and understand its benefits?
Amit, I think the adoption of IoT among the consumers have already started, because as I said in previously as well, that already we can see many devices which are all smart devices, and the consumers have already started using them. But we all also know that the technology runs at a much faster pace as compared to the adoption among the consumers. So while we have developed all the solutions, I will still say the adoption among the consumers have now started, and it's going to increase very fast from here. And there are the few environmental factors which are also going to help, like internet penetration. Unfortunately, we are into a pandemic situation, but because of this pandemic situation, the internet penetration in India has increased considerably. The awareness about the IoT is increasing. There is a continuous reduction in the cost of connectivity, IoT, as well as the sensors cost, which is even making the situation more comfortable for us to develop the IoT products. So all these factors, I believe that it's going to enhance the acceptability of the smart products among the consumers. Another important point which I would like to make here is, one thing is the IoT, what we are delivering. The another part is the what problem for consumers we are trying to solve for through IoT. And I believe through the limitless potential of IoT, we can solve many such problems which has existed for decades for the consumers and the appliance manufacturers. Say for example, we all know that how tough it is for a consumer to get up in a winter and just switch on the switch of water heater. We all understand that pain point. Now with the help of IoT, you can do it with the phone, help of a phone. You can ask Alexa or Google Home to do it. You can set a scheduler that I want a hot water at 6 p.m. in the morning. So your water will be ready by 6 p.m. I would like to share one very interesting example here. I get a chance to visit one of our customer, and she used to be a customer for our water purifier. So I just asked them, okay, we have made so many features into this product. Can you explain us which function you like the most of IoT? So she said that, the most important function which I like in your product is that the water heater in this particular product has a heating function as well. So you can get a hot water as well. So the water heater I can switch on in the water purifier from my phone itself. And by the time I reach my kitchen, I get the hot water ready. So this way people have started experiencing and enjoying the remote access of the products, and this is the way how IoT is bringing convenience to to their life. Another example I would like to share here, that as I said that these products are very advanced and we have put a lot of sensors. So let's take example of our water purifier. In our water purifier, we have put a couple of sensors which can help us in detecting the real-time filter life, not only all the filters but individually each filter. So what is the benefit of this is, the AMC for a water purifier, most of us will be consumers for a water purifier. The AMC for a water purifier is the biggest pain point of the industry. And we really don't know whether it is the right time to replace our filters or not. With IoT, what we are doing is we are telling consumers that we are not going to charge you a flat AMC. Instead, what we are going to do, basis your water quality, what kind of quality of water you are receiving, and the consumption of water at your place, we'll be charging you AMC. So this kind of paradigm shift is possible from IoT. Now understand a couple who is a working couple, they have a water purifier at home, and both of them go out and comes back in the evening. So consumption of water is very low at their end. And Because if at the end of 1 year, if I go there and charge a flat AMC, which can cost somewhere between 4,000 to 5,000 rupees, it's become a painful for them. So with the help of data, I can tell them, look, the water consumption is very low. Your filter's health seems to be good. Please keep on continuing using it. So this kind of solution we are trying to develop with the help of IoT. Another important point is the products. The products, what we are making is the evolving products. So as the IoT ecosystem will evolve, these products will also evolve. What happens in the traditional products which are not connected? Once we go to the market, whatever features are available in the product, we get only those features. But it's not the case with the smart appliances. We launched smart products last year, and we have sold a number of water purifier, kitchen chimney, as well as water heaters. We added the voice integration into our ecosystem in this year. That means all my consumers who have purchased the product last year will automatically upgrade with the functionality of having voice into their devices. So though they make a purchase last year, but now they can start using their product with the help of voice. So these kind of solution we are able to develop, and going forward, we'll be developing more solutions. Rahul mentioned about the geofencing, Wi-Fi direct. So even these options we'll be giving to our existing consumers, and such features will continue till the product life cycle. So it is, one is what features we are getting now, and with the help of internet, we are going to increase our features and give better solutions to the consumers continuously going forward. Last, as I also mentioned about the integrated CRM system, for our consumers, we develop one important function in our product. Suppose I can, I understand to call the customer care. I can call a customer care. I can book a request for a service, but my parents are not comfortable with doing so. It's not possible for them to use app to book a service request, to call a customer care, to book a service request. For those people, what we have done, we have given a one touch button on our product. All they have to do is they have to go to the product, they have to press this button, and it will register a service request automatically into our system. So this is another use case which will bring ease to the consumers. So going forward at Hindware Appliances, we are working upon many such use cases which we are going to give to our consumers, and that is going to help the acceptability as well as adoptability of smart appliances among the consumers.
Thank you very much, Nikhil. Thank you very much. You rightly said. So we can see the use of the IoT in the customer service sector very well, such as the creation of service ticket, as you also mentioned, from product. Any defect in the product is known in advance to make the customer aware of the impact on the product due to the fluctuation of power at its place. So definitely all these are the wonderful functionality features available through the IoT. So Nikhil, my next question is, what do you think is the future of IoT appliances?
Okay, Amit, IoT has a huge future, so it's all depend upon how much we can innovate and how much we can think about it. So, but one thing which I would like to bring to all the audience is, whatever we have talked about is only about the connected appliances, that we are connecting our appliance to internet and then to our systems. But going forward, I think the things are going to change up a lot. In fact, these connected appliances will get converted into autonomous systems. So let me explain you what an autonomous system can be. This is a very small autonomous system example. We have to do a cooling in our room for a particular consumer. Now, to impact the cooling, it depends upon the fan, it depends upon the air cooler or air conditioner. So there will be a system that will be making a cooling into a room by optimizing the performance, both fan as well as air cooler or air conditioner, taking into effect what is the outside temperature, what is the inside temperature, how much sunlight is coming in your room. Not only this, through your Fitband, it will also take into account what is your metabolism activity. So from an independently running fan or AC, this will be a cooling system that will be actually creating comfort for the consumers. So these kind of systems we will be focusing as we go forward. And I think the technologies, the latest technology, whether it is artificial intelligence, AR, VR, data analytics, they are going to play a very important role in this in developing these kind of systems. And again, I said, to develop these kind of system, the health data as well as the system integration is must, because they can perform all their activities utilizing those data only. Another important use cases which people have already started using is alternate business model. People going forward, people will not be taking the products, they will be using your services. And this can go to any extent. We can see some example for water purifiers already in the market. Some of the startups have already started doing it. And similarly, all other products can also move into the similar direction, where consumer will opt for your service, the product will be your responsibility, and they will be only using it for their convenience. We talk about the service, how the service will be improved with the help of IoT. Another important step in this will be the predictive analysis for a service. Through the data analytics, I can predict when a RO membrane in my water purifier is going to fail, when a motor in my kitchen chimney can fail, and before that happens, my technician will go to the consumer place, and it will replace the motor or the filter, so as to have an absolute zero breakdown into the field. So this is what we will be having the suitability of this going forward. And also, with the data which we are receiving, these are actually a true very high quality consumer insight. And building upon these insights, what we can do, we can improve our quality, we can develop much more and superior functions for our consumers. Also, when our service technician is visiting to a consumer place, with the help of this data, we can give him a very personalized experience that, okay, sir, we have seen the data. This is what happened in your product, and this is what we are going to do. So consumer can feel connected very quickly, because he also understand, yes, exactly the things happen like this only. And last part is the AR and VR technology. The combination of AR, VR technology and IoT is something which we all should focus, because most of the problems which are of the explanatory nature for our consumer services, consumer can solve them by using both the technologies. Through IoT, we can tell them what exactly has went wrong into a product, and through AR and VR, we can guide them that how you can actually improve this situation, and the product will function automatically. So this is what we see, the future we see going forward.
Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you very much. The information related to IoT from your personal and professional experience will be very useful for the people present here. I'm very much sure about that. And I encourage them to know more about it and experience it themselves. And with this, end user will also feel ease in their life by using a smart product in their routine work. So thank you, Nikhil. So and I will request Rahul if he can share some feature of Servitium IoT, which is a end-to-end solution to create IoT ecosystem in any with any product on any organization. Yes, Rahul.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you. And thank you, Nikhil. It was really a very insightful and wonderful thought process here. And I can see a lot of new perspectives you've put it across here. We understand the coming future is really bright in terms of IoT and customer experience. So thank you, both of you, for all your thoughts. It was really a pleasure talking to both of you.
Thanks,
but before
Rahul.
I begin further,
thanks, Rahul. Even I had a very good time, because I see that IoT will evolve when more partners will join in. So it is better more and more people join IoT, and that will make the development of IoT much faster.
Definitely, sir. Great. So we'll take a pause here. It is time for our third and the last poll here. Can I request Aditi to raise the poll?
Sure, Rahul.
Thank you. Thank you, Aditi. And thank you very much to the audience. I can see a very, very active participation here in terms of vote. And we are putting down your responses based on which we'll come up with solutions, of course, for the betterment of us as well as the entire audience here. Now, I would like to take the opportunity to explain the features of Savitium IoT platform. It will be just 1 minute here to talk about IoT platform, which is a ready platform. Now, this platform is to enable digital asset management and related ecosystem orchestration for the new age digital world. It helps enterprises to keep their focus on product design and without having to burden on IoT data management and utilization at a maximum. So you continue to focus on your product, and we'll take care of the rest of the piece, which is the platform. So if I have to list down some of the key features here, we have noted down the pointers here in bullets. So Savitium IoT can be seamlessly integrated with any IoT device, like Nikhil was talking about. It is not specific to any specific technology or any specific device. That can be seamlessly integrated with any IoT device. It offers a secured IoT data gathering and has a digital data store and structure with functions like analytics on field product failure and embedded rules to automatically create service requests. It can trigger auto alerts as well as predefined actions. Its usage can be extended to a mobile app for the customers to interact with product and analyze consumption. The platform can be enabled for smart home, which includes Google Home or Alexa, which is the upcoming thing. So if you want, we can cover up in the coming webinar based on the response that you have given to us. Also, it has ready adapters for integration with any of the core ERP, be it your SAP or for that matter, Navision or any other core ERP that you're using, or any CRM solution running in the organization. That can be integrated here, and we have a ready adapter for this integration to happen. Last but definitely not the least, Savitium IoT is equipped with advanced functionality, including Wi-Fi Direct and geofencing for a true customer delight. So that's all from my end. We'll go ahead and take some questions for now. If you have any questions for me or for our guest speakers, we would love to answer them.
With that, we end this webinar. If you have any further questions for us, kindly do email us and we'll reply to you. My email address is flashing on your screen. It's aditi.rastogi@pathinfotech.com. I would like to thank Rahul, Nikhil, and Amit for giving us this informative session and about IoT. Thank you, everyone, for taking out the time and joining us. We appreciate you being here. Thank you. We'll see you the next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, Amit. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good day.
Take care. Bye.